The member for Durack.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Infrastructure and Transport. Will the Minister update the House on how the Government's Defence White Paper will reinforce the vital role of that the Defence Forces play in the communities and economies of rural and regional Australia, and especially in electorates like Durack?
The Minister for Infrastructure and Transport.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Durack for her question. I thank her for her interest in defence matters. I know this is a very exciting day for her community, for the communities of Derby and Exmouth, where there will be great benefits from the Defence White Paper. I know she's already spoken to a couple of her local mayors who are very excited by today's announcement and how it will play out in her community.
Member for Perth has
Mr Speaker, I'm sure members opposite, like members on this side, appreciate the extraordinary, long and proud history that regional Australia has with the Australian Defence Force. If you travel anywhere in regional Australia, you will find avenues of honour. If you travel to our small country towns, you'll see the memorial boards in our halls. You'll see active RSL clubs. The regions right throughout Australia have played an extraordinarily important role and have paid a very heavy price in the defence of our nation. And as much as our regional communities remember that service of the past, they're also looking to the future and very proud to play a role in meeting our nation's future security needs. And the Turnbull-Joyce government is delivering a real plan for our nation's security and is backed by real funding. As the Prime Minister himself has indicated here today, although it's not the primary purpose of the Australian Defence Force to be a major driver of economic prosperity and jobs growth, it certainly is. Our communities are very proud to host the men and women in uniform, and we look forward to further social and economic benefits which will flow from the Defence White Paper announced today. Now, some of the key announcements, including the White Paper, if you look around New South Wales and some of the regional areas, I know the member for Gilmore is very proud of the role that her community plays with the MRH-90 troop lift helicopters based at Nowra. They'll be supported by new facilities, including new training platforms for Navy and Army aircrew. The member for Patterson is also a very strong advocate for Defence Force, and he's also going to be pleased with the RAF base Williamtown being upgraded with a new regional operations centre. In the Northern Territory, the member for Solomon, who's an outspoken advocate for defence resources in her community, in the decade to 2025-26, around $8 billion will be spent upgrading defence facilities in the Northern Territory. In South Australia, and the member for Grey's electorate, there will be upgrades to the Coltana training area and the Woomera Range complex, and in Tasmania as well. From now until 2025-26, around $300 million will be invested in upgrading defence facilities in Tasmania. In Queensland, the member for Herbert, we're very pleased with upgrades to Air Force bases in Townsville. And in Sherga, the member for Leichhardt, regional development is a critical element in Cairns and in Townsville and right throughout regional Australia. I'm sure the member for Grainler would appreciate if he took the time to travel out to regional Australia and appreciate the job growth prospects. The member for Capricornia will be very pleased with the Shoalwater Bay training area being upgraded. And of course in Victoria, with the Hawkeye program, the East Sale RAF base will be upgraded. And I'm very proud and pleased to say that regional Australia will continue to play a vital role in the defence of our nation.